Hello from New York. It's me, your favorite guru. Never believe in that. Anyway, um, I am a mystic. Mystery in your life. Wonder about it. There you go. Anyway, IMC, Healing Damaged Faith and Love, my story and how it can work for you. Thanks to Big Linux. Thanks to Switch to Linux and Distro to, yeah, some great channels. And to Star Talk. Thank you, Neil. There's just so many. Dr. Tracy. So many out there with so many brilliant ideas. Amazing, more people are watching YouTube than there are. Watch the educational stuff. The fun stuff is okay. Yeah. This could be more fun. Stood on my head and told you that was a cure for brain cancer. Look out for what you hear from people. Okay. Well, how it can work for you. That's the most important thing of all. It puts you in better connection with your sensations, body, which is amazingly helpful on its own. The benefits of mindfulness meditation is included in the package of Inner Mind. That has great effects, very helpful for anxiety. And it puts you in the body. When I say the body, what about the infant mind? It has no self-concept. Zen, anybody? And the verbal communications, the communication between your inner child, somatic self, which I did when experiencing the movie of your life, and your inner counselor. That's also been called a Big Woo technique by a couple with the name Janol, with an F over the psychoanalysts. It was helpful for people who were overwhelmed by the problem of their life and symbolic and real. And that was very helpful. They had to do it all day long. It was, it's better than drugs. Guided meditations package, except you're doing it yourself. And talking to people who are important to you in your head. And out loud. All of these are out loud. It can be done. Okay. Good. Now, that can be very helpful with helping with grief. It's like when someone dies and you talk to them, if they're there. Blunts the pain. Helps you to work it through. So that's very helpful with grief. It's also very helpful with getting in touch more deeply with feelings stemming from your verbal childhood. So, putting all these together gently, discovering what your gateway is, thing that you like to do, probably already are doing. Start from there. And comfort is the way this works. You're trying to comfort yourself. You're not looking for pain. You're not looking for trauma. You're looking to comfort yourself, but you're doing it from different perspectives. And that tends to break down the symbolic representation of your traumas that came about as a kind of self-defense at the time against overwhelming feelings of helplessness or damage from love. Okay? So if you comfort yourself from enough different perspectives, it tends to break down that is symbolic defense and allow feelings to come up and be taken care of. So it's a feeling approach, it's a feeling sort of practice that is both spiritual and can be kind of therapeutic and can be a therapy. So, my story. Well, how did I discover this? Well, I was sensing there was something wrong back when I was a child. I was imagining a more loving family. My parents were hurting. Hard for them to reach out and be affectionate. They didn't like, they didn't like it when I was being a kid. My mother would make fun of me. I used a high voice talking to stuffed animals. The message was clear. Grow up now, because we didn't get what we needed when we were kids, so that's painful. So rich people. I got that message, and humorously, a little boy that lived next to me when I was a little boy, my friend Eddie Webb. Are you out there? There's several things happened there. One time he had this idea about this apartment where we lived, and I said, "That's for kids. That's for little kids." And he says, his eyes opened up, and but we are little kids. But I wasn't. I created a loving family, and I felt like I was crazy. I sensed that. But I created a loving family and there was a big brother who was going to come and save me. Any day now, he's coming to bring me to a family that can love me. Yeah, it can be caring. I would see the caring, yeah, it was kind of tough. I was surviving it. There were people with their stories were like, wow. And those better ones. And those who deny that anything ever untoward happened in their childhood. Those people are usually covering over a lot of hurt. there. And it's all positive. Oh, I had a perfect childhood. In this falling apart universe, yeah. Yeah, Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about it. Can be frightening. Picture this universe, the inevitability of death, and so many things. Do the best we can. All of that affects families and children, and how we behave. The universe is very violent, so not particularly surprising that human beings are indeed very violent and longing for power. Reminds me of the black holes. Yeah. So, grabbing all the gravity. And so I noticed as I got older that there was tension in my body that was associated with the hurt in me, this damage that, and I became, quite religious, and that was a long journey, checking out various religions and reading. For the primal scream, that was Gandalf's book, which was actually quite brilliant, not about screaming. I remember feeling very jealous of this guy. Because I sensed he was ahead of me in understanding the situation. Going, oh, no, it was going to be me. But I later admired him. So what I did from there, a long journey of various religions, trying to be a better person. That's my spiritual interest, caring person. I must have been baptized 6 times, all the way under and all the way up. Christian deal. Always ask me the question, ask myself the question, are you a better person now? Are you saner now? And I'm like, no. It worked. I had the one with the universe thing. No permanent and changing self-experience, which is the infinite. Figured that out. But it didn't make me a better person. It was a nice experience, very interesting. I laughed at the Zen koans. I got them, But, nah, didn't make me a better person in particular. In the back of my mind, of course, was, that time was also what I read about Sheriff Ganoff's concept of therapy. And remember, at one point, I decided I was going to go into this basement and feel all my fears, all of my anxieties, rise up, Superman, and went down, laid on a old mattress, and the brain is just not going to take you there. It was a survival memory not to feel those things once and integrate them, and because you couldn't, because you were in a helpless situation, and it's a kind of imprint, and it's pretty hard to get past that. So I was laying there and says, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I don't, no matter how frightening it is or whatever, I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to like Jesus. Anyway, then the old brain sticking away, and it kind of telling me, hey, I start wondering, this is an old mattress. Could have rats in it. So I'm like, yeah, good, I'm like, no, that's crazy. That's very unlikely. Uh, the evidence is against it. I'm going to lay here. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to do the big crime. And next thing I know, I'm at the top of the stairs. My brain took over my body. I was at the top of the stairs looking down at the mattress, and I'm like, this ain't happening. So, that didn't work. Ruth Carter Stapleton had the mirror named her. So, prayer for the healing of memories. She did like guided meditations to take people through their traumas and so on. We're still. And of course, Arthur Janoff said, don't expect me to love you. So very different. It's going to tear those symbolic defenses down. But gently, slowly. And I said, well, that makes sense. But geez, then I had this expensive experience with a renegade primal therapist lady who chain smoked. Was rejected as a therapist because of that. But she actually edited, was the editor of the Primal Scream. And she did her own business, discovered her therapy in a book that I picked up. There was her card, smart lady. So I went through that, and she did a lot of good for me. I was skin and bones no matter what I ate. I was very hyper. I went to a normal weight in a couple of weeks. First time, she overloaded me. I ran. She didn't want to take me back, and then I went back. There was some experiences along the way where there was one young lady that we had a group, deal where you try to help yourself, and this one young lady was there, and I was there, and we were, really feeling our pain. And we get done, we're putting on her shoes and leaving, and she says, I don't know. I says, what do you mean? What are you talking about? She goes, a lifestyle that means feeling your pain. And I'm going, yeah, that's a little strange. But anyway, I got done, and, on one time I had a pretty deep experience my own. And I walked down the street, and my legs were up. It was like, something ground fell into something. Feeling it for the first time. And I was like, what's this? But there was something about the way I was then. People would just drive by and say hi. It's strange. Young lady just took my hands and warmed them, It's cold out there, isn't it? I'm like, oh, we're attractive. That was great. So, yeah, that was amazing. But, still I had that, that hunger inside. Still kind of looking for the big brother to save me. Somebody's going to save me. Well, we in a Christian ministry deal, and that's when I had the mystic experiences, and he, you call it crazy or whatever, but in religion you talk to an invisible person, and it's okay, right? But we did, and seemed like messages were coming back. Had to be part of the brain. It's just rational, Had to be. But what was that? And then there was the paranormal stuff. Because we were trying to do with Carter Stapleton's. Yes, she was this little sister of President Jimmy Carter, by the way. We met her. I had a friend of mine, and I trying to learn to write and speak properly. Anyway, that's hard when you don't have a brilliant mind like me, deGrasse Tyson and Jim Cock. These guys. But I trudge along. So what I discovered as I was going along was an inspiration, a voice of sorts. Hear a voice. It's hard to explain. In these people, near-death experience, they're insert. It's part of the brain, I think, talking. Feels like something. It's really you. Reminds me of the Paramatma, Atma, Vaishnava Hinduism, the dualist concept. Paramatma is you. And it's divine. Whatever. Well, they're really not when you start to understand that meditation is, of course. But that was just a comforting thing, not directed toward any trauma. It works for a number of people, but it wasn't perfect. There was more, and or that other part of my brain, my muse, I call it now, told me, so, all of the experiences I had seemed to line up. Serendipity, they seemed to line up, and it was an education. And so from that was what is my mission in life now. In my last days, I'm 70. Last years is to get the message of inner mind communication out to you, so that you can go and get help, and also help yourself. And I think that's a very guy thing. We don't like to be helped. We like to do the helping, and we want to be strong. But yeah, but we're not. We can, and women can stand more pain than us, obviously. There'd be no population if we had to give birth. No way. But Yeah, I think that's enough for today. I'll talk more about the philosophy involved with this and so on another occasion, and the particular benefits of each of the 6 practices in education. And for now, I will say namaste. If you listen to my videos, I explain it again and again. Wonder of the universe that's in me. Would like to honor that in you. Yeah, short version. Anyway, and so, y'all have a good day, y'all. And have a great new year. All your friends will be happy for you. Those who aren't, eh. Have a good day and a great new year.